So what's the plan with Ethan Klein?
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new Slum Your video. I hope you're having a good day, and in today's video we're going to be covering iDubbbz's latest stream. Recently iDubbbz decided to stream, and this stream produced some amazing clips, and I do kind of want to thank Beazle for compiling these clips and actually watching this iDubbbz stream. I do feel genuinely bad for you. But without further ado ladies and gentlemen, let's dive into these clips.
So what's the plan with Ethan Klein? The rule, just so you guys are aware, is like, we just don't give it any attention.
There's a few things here, right? Firstly, you're not ignoring Ethan Klein. You're still consistently talking about him. You're still propping up people that are going against him in situations. You recently propped up Frogan, Denims, and Casey Tron's GoFundMe, so you're not really ignoring him. And secondly, I thought you blew up your whole charity, quote-unquote charity event to roll around in shit with Ethan Klein.
I mean, ultimately, I think it's a good thing, because I think I am meant to roll around in shit. I think me and Ethan are both meant to be rolling around in pig shit all day long, and other people are meant to do boxing or debating or whatever else. Ethan and me, pig shit rolling around.
So one of the main reasons was for you to be able to go at Ethan, get involved in more of this drama and just speak your mind, but apparently not.
Want to make my own shit. It's kind of one of the, I think, reasons I stopped making as much drama content.
What I find hilarious about what he's saying here is the stuff that he's saying isn't new. This is stuff that iDubbbz has consistently said for several years, but he walked back on his own logic and what he's saying here to be able to drop that Ethan Klein content cop, to be able to roll in that said pig shit. But now he's had his ass handed to him and the majority of his viewers have kind of left him, or the ones that were still around. He's now walked back on that to stick with his old excuses. It's really funny.
Is because I personally didn't want to feel super reliant on it.
We usually champion somebody who wants to move on and grow from their past and try and do different content and not be defined by one niche. If this wasn't the same old crap that iDubbbz had been saying for the past several years, the same shit that he walked back on to be able to try and drop a giant content cop nuke on Ethan Klein that catastrophically failed. We all know that in current year, iDubbbz is not going to be moving away from drama content. He's not going to stop mentioning or talking about Ethan Klein in any capacity whatsoever. He's still going to be talking about him. He's still going to be rolling around in quote-unquote pig shit, as iDubbbz described it himself. This is just a blatant lie and a blatant front.
I think there's a place for it for sure, but it's like, it's very easy to get roped into it and have that be your entire fucking brain.
I have zero fucking idea what iDubbbz is trying to say here, because he's just saying a bunch of random shit to try and virtue signal, to try and put on a front, to act like he's moving forward, that he's this righteous guy that is learning and is improving, and he's trying to leave all the drama in the past. And the only reason he came back to that was because he had a moral issue with Ethan Klein, that he wanted to try and save a friend, when we all know that is a blatant front and a blatant lie. He's just doing this to try and cling on to the last bit of audience he has, to try and show them, yes, I am this really good guy. I'm this empathetic guy, by the way.
Yeah, you're allowed to ask, but the rule, KP Jackboy, is that we don't really talk about drama in the stream.
How fucking soy do you have to be to say that to a chat? Well, you know, we don't talk about drama in this stream, thank you very much. We don't talk about drama. We do not talk about drama in this stream, thank you very much. Seeing as you're the one that bought content, got back, you know, the thing that caused a giant piece of drama, the drama show, basically. You don't want to talk about drama on your streams, that's fair enough. But maybe don't engage with it elsewhere if that's the precedent that you want to set. Maybe don't big up people that are in active drama. Maybe don't drop a content cop on your supposed alleged friend if you don't want drama to be brought into your live streams. You've opened the floodgates there. I mean, even recently, like I said, you were promoting people who are in active drama. You've opened the floodgates there. People are going to talk about drama. People are going to try and get you to talk about drama, and you can't complain about that.
I just want to fucking focus on this shit. I've said my piece on anything like H3 related.
Are you though? There are so many things that you haven't actually answered for. Things that H3 has pushed you on. Things that guests on H3 show has pushed you on. Like your coach. You've not addressed any of that. You've not addressed anything that they've said or anything Creative Clash 3 related for that matter. People want answers and people are going to go into your streams and ask these questions because you're running away and you're denying to answer these incredibly important questions about Creative Clash and take accountability. So you are going to get people in your chat chat asking these questions. You've brought it upon yourself. There is no one else to blame outside of you and Anisa here. Next clip that I want to mock and show that comes from Beazle isn't anything drama related. It isn't iDubbbz making some big poetic statement. It's just something I found incredibly funny when I saw it on my Twitter feed and just had to bring it in here. I'm going to commentate over this because it just feels like iDubbbz has put copyrighted music throughout it. Also, commentators like me can't talk about it, but he's shown this food. He's literally holding it up on its side. It's just not moving. It doesn't move. Does that look appetizing to you? Would you want to eat that? Probably not. It looks absolutely disgusting, and honestly, even if it did look appetizing, I wouldn't risk it because Anisa is the one that made it. It probably has some diabolical things in there. Probably has a few STDs floating on top. Again, this isn't drama related, but I've seen while editing this, why is he like shoved it in his mouth, looked disgusted, and then kind of like dribbled it all out back into the bowl? That is so gross, right? He's on stream doing this. You are a disgusting cretin in every sense of the word. But not only have we got some amazing clips that have come out of this stream, but as well, Anisa was typing in the chat and said something that is kind of funny. Things are stable, and we don't have anything stressful anymore, so Ian will actually be free to make content, including streaming, so that's very exciting. I know, every single commentator has been jumping up and down now that iDubbbz is streaming instead of Anisa, apparently. Originally, Anisa was the one that was meant to be streaming, right? She was going to be streaming, and that was going to be amazing. She was probably going to have a mental breakdown on the stream, but now it's iDubbbz, so there's a higher chance of something happening there, which is all the more merrier. It's going to be amazing, right? iDubbbz content will never end. You know, I was panicked a few weeks ago. I thought maybe we've come to the end of the iDubbbz drama cycle. Maybe he's not going to produce anything else that would, you know, be more drama-pilled. But over the past few days, he's given us plenty of drama, and it seems like he's going to continue to do that. So I do thank the slop gods for listening to me, and I thank Anisa for being such a bully that, you know, her and iDubbbz both blew up Great Clash, one of their only big ventures. So now iDubbbz can stream some slop to us and absolutely nuke his career further. And speaking of his career getting nuked even further, Klein actually responded to the clips that we just played in this video on his Instagram story. Can't believe this pathetic worm used to be my friend. He came to my house dozens of times, always warmly welcomed. Now he turncoats, makes the most inflammatory hit piece with the most toxic freaks online. He says he quit Creator Clash so he could talk shit to me. He said that more parts were coming. Then after a short while of me defending myself, this pathetic bitch boy and his Lady Macbeth succubus wife wants to be left alone. They want to be act like they're victims of some bullying campaign after recruiting all of my enemies and Fortnite dancing lol, while telling me to wake up and flipping off the camera. Well, I'm up, bitch. Now you want to go to sleep? What's wrong, you sleepy bitch? Don't worry, I'll tuck you in. Go to sleep, Ian. It's time to go to sleep. Also, you shit your pants and your breath is wretched. I mean, Klein is right here. iDubbbz was the one that came out and dropped a content cop on his quote-unquote friend after saying that he wasn't going to do that, after saying that he was done with content cops, after saying that, of course, he's not going to talk about Klein any further outside of his podcast. You know, he was going to leave it there, but then he dropped a content cop. He got all of the worst people involved in it, all of the people that have been harassing Klein and Healer Klein on that video, and now he doesn't want to play game because he's been called out, Creator Clash has failed, and people are actually criticizing him instead. The large majority of the internet are critiquing him, and now he doesn't want to play ball. It's all his fault, right? He can't now just turn around and go, no, actually, I don't want to play a game. I don't want to talk anymore about this, when he's the one that fucking started it. But that's all for the iDubbbz slop pick. I do quickly want to promote my podcast, the Trash Talk Podcast, where we have loads of interesting guests. Most recently, at the time of recording this, we've had Andros on, the guy that made the big Mutahar video.
Welcome, I'm Nick Andros.
Oh, you did the thing with your voice, that's great. I've got to say, you've got a great, like, commentary voice. Like, I haven't spoken to anyone that's that imposing. You're like, it's a really imposing voice as well. It's like fucking terrifying. Like you really got it. I feel like if I was Mutahar sitting there and this guy's like saying like I faked my job, I've done this or whatever, I'd be fucking shitting myself. If you do want extra content where we talk to your favourite commentary creators and just favourite content creators in general, please go and check that out. And this video as well has been pre-recorded. I'm not currently here at the moment, I'm away, so please feel free to leave some suggestions for slop pigs when I do eventually return in the comments. But I've been your host Samuel, and I will catch you in the next slop pig.